All right, I'm going to share my screen. Okay, for unpacking the standards, for Standard 8, it's understanding major developments and figures in the world. So I've listed some resources here that show some good information about understanding major developments and figures that were very important throughout the United States. For A, we were going to identify the characteristics of early human civilization. So the students will know the characteristics of early human civilization. I want the students to understand what characteristics mean and what they are within the early human civilization. Students will be able to identify the characteristics of the early human civilization, and they will be able to demonstrate the characteristics by creating charts to show their understanding and figures of characteristics and figures throughout the world. The students will understand major developments that these figures had. For B, demonstrate knowledge of major figures. So it's like era and developments and turning points in world history with a stress on the Western civilization. So students will know facts and dates about major figures, eras, developments, and turning points in world history with stress on the Western civilization. I want my students to know the generations such as who, what, why, and these figures were, and why these were major turning points. Students will be able to demonstrate knowledge of these major figures, eras, and developments and turning points in world history. They will be able to demonstrate by PowerPoints, presentations, understanding the content, and why these were important parts. For C, students will be able to analyze the impact of industrialization, nationalism, immigration, and globalization on modern world history. So students will know and understand what these impacts were, and I want them to understand the major developments and figures throughout world history. Students will be able to analyze these impacts on the modern world history. Students should properly be able to analyze the impacts in which all of these had on the United States, and they will understand major developments. And that is it for Standard 8.